Hi, I'm Janet with Truth Corn. Thanks for joining me again in our 10-part series of Faith Before Form. Today is episode 3, and today's topic is Darkness Has a Purpose. What is that purpose, you ask? Well, it's the beginning of creation. We've already talked about that. Before anything is born in the outer world, it gestates in darkness or the unseen. Just because you can't see the miracle doesn't mean it's not happening. Nature doesn't rush the darkness, and the darkness is not lifeless. Growth is often very silent, so silent, in fact, that oftentimes we miss it. We don't notice it until it's right in our face. And, I mentioned earlier that we're going to think about faith as a technology of consciousness. Well, that consciousness is awareness to and an understanding of what is happening in each phase of faith becoming form. And what's really happening in wanting a desire that's beyond who we are today is us growing beyond our shell into the next version of us that's waiting to sprout and then have that desire. So you've asked and God has answered. And as we're waiting on the timing of the universe, our job now, our only job now, is to visualize and feel our way to new growth. Just as the seed does in the darkness, so must we in the unseen visualize ourselves as the new creation, whatever that is, the new person. We must also feel the feelings associated with becoming that new creation, and that feeling must also descend into the body, into the breath, into the way you walk, the tone of your voice. Visualization itself is not enough. Feelings engage us and the body, and it makes it real for us. So teach your body how to feel safe with your desires. Normalize them. Notice how you breathe, how you sit, how you walk. Are you embodying the new version of yourself or the old one? At first this may feel like fake to you, and that's okay. It's part of the process, moving from new to normalization. Anything new at first feels weird, it feels shaky, feels awkward, but stay with it until it becomes routine, familiar, and then your normalized identity. Can you feel the future before it arrives? Yeah, you absolutely can, and you absolutely must, in order to grow out of this version of you into the new one. And this isn't optional, okay? This is actually a requirement. Embodiment is the carrier signal of creation. It's the equivalent of the seed breaking out of the shell. If that doesn't happen, nothing sprouts, nothing grows. We have to feel it in our bodies, in this human existence, in our world, for it to become real, for it to become our normalized identity and reality. So allow this time of gestation. Begin to focus on the new you. See it, feel it, repeat it until it becomes familiar. Don't rush the process. I can't remember who said this, but they said, change your conception of yourself and you'll automatically change the way you live. And to get an immediate appreciation or sense of what this means, think about a time when you put on an expensive suit or a wedding gown or a beautiful dress or an elegant evening gown or a tuxedo. When you put it on, you felt different, didn't you? You felt rich, you felt confident, you felt elegant, beautiful, successful. In that moment, your self-conception changed. Well, this is what we're doing, only on a more familiar and permanent basis. So in this time of darkness when creation is beginning, don't fear that nothing is happening, because it is. The seed isn't afraid of the soil. If everything looks like nothing, know that nothing is the first layer of creation. See you next time.